Hey, thanks for stopping by again today. Just made a DVD case for a client, and I hear you might need to make one as well, so I thought I would jump right into how to make one of these. So as you can see, I'm going to throw this up on the screen here in just a second. A few of the shots I've got with it. I actually did make an actual design for the DVD as well. I don't know if I'll get into that in this video or not, but I just want to keep it kind of brisk if I can. And I want to show you guys, here is the actual Photoshop file that I used for the project here. It is just a bunch of textures back here and gradients on the text as well. They're kind of hard to see, but that's okay, they're still there. The main thing is they're the subtle things that make the text look perfect and amazing. So anyways, what I want to do here is I'm going to basically delete everything, and we're going to do this again, and it's going to be fun. Alright, so what we're going to do is, just so I have this ready, at the ready, it's going to be here, and we're going to be on DVD case how to. Alright, so I'm going to select everything, if it's not locked. Okay, so we're back, and all I could get was everything deleted except the brightness and contrast, so we're just going to have to live with that for now. But basically how I constructed this was I just placed, you can go to placed embedded or linked, whichever's your flavor, and then pick a grunge background. Just a quick Google search will come up with, you can come up with different Photoshop textures that you can use on different projects. This is just one that I found, and we'll make it work even with this crazy thing going on here in the corner. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to rotate this around, and the template I'm using, hit enter to get rid of that. With the template I'm using, I just downloaded offline. Literally just Google DVD case dimensions, and you should come up with something similar to these lines that are my middle portion. This is not a slimline. This is not a slimline DVD case, so if you need that, make sure to look for it. I couldn't, so I just kind of winged it, and everyone seemed to be okay in the end. So you know, we'll just go that way. So I'm just gonna adjust this like this because I'm getting it coming out of the edge just a little bit. Okay, and what I'm gonna do, I gotta think of how I did this. I think I just oh, that's what I did. I did the tool here. The tool that I'm trying to find for you is I think it was the patch tool, and we just go right around like so. Alright, and then, oh no, that's not it. Rasterize. Yes, we'll rasterize the object, why not? And then we just go like that, and I think it's gonna merge it. Yeah, there we go. See, it's more or less gone, and with all the post-processing we're gonna do on this this thing here, it should be okay. Okay, so now we need to go back into text, and then we just had the organization's name and then their play right here. We're gonna do, well, what do you want to do? What kind of play would you like to put on? Okay, see, this is what I'm talking about. Every time I ask you a question, you don't answer. So that's what we're gonna call this. Why don't you answer? I'll take the question marks out. It sounds more professional that way. Okay, so we'll leave that there. That's actually going to be our title. And then I do need a company name, so we'll put Jordan Woods Media. Okay, and then one more. Unschmarsch is presents. Okay, because that's what we had over here. All right, and then I'll show you how to do this cool little blood smatter there. That was a lot of fun, if I can remember. That's always the fun part here. So all you need to do is not do what I just did and switch over to the typography or graphic and web, which is just the type layout here, and then we can do like that. And I think these were white. Yeah, these are white, and then that's not silver. What color is that? Gold. That's what that color is. Thank you for answering me that time. I really do appreciate it. See if we could have these more one-on-one conversations. I think we'd be doing good here. So yeah, there's that. So we have Jordan Woods Media, and I'll address the background issue here in just a minute. But I like to keep my layers in order, and then what we're gonna do here is just a gradient overlay, and a lot of these are set up for me already. You can see the gradient I have here just goes light to dark, pretty simple, and then an outer glow, a drop shadow, and an inner glow, I believe. Okay, that's a little rough. I think the gradient is a little harsh on here. That may be what it is. So this gray just needs to go brighten up just a smidge there. And yeah, part of that is the outer glow is too big. Okay, so we need to adjust the size down to like 1.5 or something. I thought I did that, 1.5. Oh, you can't do decimal, so we'll just do 1. Alright, and then we'll scale this up here. Yeah, that's looking a lot better there. I like that. Okay, so what we're going to do here now is, actually I was mistaken. I did not use an outer glow on that, but I think I will right now. And let me go and switch to the gradient because I kind of like that a little better. So the opacity needs to go down just a bit because it's getting a little bit out of hand. And oh, the drop shadow is just a little bit too distant, too far away. So we're gonna bring it up just a little bit there. There we go. Everything is all hunky-dory there. So that's not how you do that. And that's still not how you do that. So we're gonna go into here and do that like that. Okay. All right. Cool. Glad we had this talk. Now we're gonna go to Why Don't You Answer. This looks like a really cool song that I just want in a project. So that is what we're gonna do. Just scale this up a little bit. I'll probably add a little bit of a blur to this just to make it look good. And so we're gonna do the same thing, gradient overlay, and you know, I think it could be a little more. Well, no, I kind of like that there. What I really did was the bevel emboss setting is what I did here, and let me see if I can zoom in here. There we go. There we go. Alright, so what we need to do here, per my remembrance here, is just bring the depth up. Oh, we want to go inner bevel. There we go. Hard chisel. There we go. You're starting to see the beveling there and there. That's kind of what we're wanting to give us a really good sharp edge to it. Okay. That kind of gets rid of it. There we go. We don't want to soften it at all. All right. There we go. We can adjust the lighting and all that good stuff there. So I think that's about it for the bevel. The gradient's giving me a little bit of issue. What you can do here is just try different effects, and the diamond actually is kind of pretty cool because it kind of spreads the gradient all the way around, so you can get some really good better looking gradients as opposed to white up here and gray down here kind of thing. So that's kind of my thought there. And then an outer glow, I think this really needs it. We'll raise the opacity, increase the spread just a little bit. Come on now. Alright, and we'll go back to a gradient. Alright, and then this one, actually I don't want it transparent. I want it to be, was that light? It's going to be a little darker here, okay? So we're going to go like that. And there we go. There we go. Alright, so that's, it's a little more like what I'm wanting. No, I want to get that edge to go away. Just a little bit. So maybe we just adjust this spread down a little bit. Oh, okay, there we go. Now that's a little more fuzzed like I want, a little more soft edge. And we're just going to shrink that down. There we go. And then take the opacity down just a smidge. Okay, these are just tiny little effects that really are going to help sell the effect later. So we are going to add a drop shed on top of that, which I feel kind of disables what we did, but we can drop the opacity. This is just to help separate it a little bit. And we can do kind of spread, make this a little bigger. There we go. And then it's always just a fun thing, and I just turned it off, so I guess we don't need that. So we'll kind of go this route here. We'll turn those off. We don't need them, and I think that's about it for that. Now, as you can see here, we are having a little bit of issue with the background. You can't really these are hard to distinguish from the background. So what we're gonna do here, we'll get to presents here in just a minute. But what we're going to do, kind of what I did over here, I just created a lighter area. I darkened the whole thing. And so that's what we're going to do here. We're going to create a new adjustment layer. I think this is it. Yes, filter for adjustment layer. Nope. What did I do? Turn that off. There we go. Where did it go? Oh, I need to save this first of all, and then go back to Essentials. This is what I was looking for here, this adjustments window. It may be in the other one, I just didn't see it. So we're gonna add a new layer, brightness, contrast. Okay, and this is gonna adjust everything that's below it, and we'll address that in just a second. So I'm just looking at the background right now, and I need it actually a little bit darker, and I like just a little bit more contrasty. Okay, you can see more of that concrete back there, and it looks pretty good. But it's applying to all the text right now, which is cool, but I don't necessarily want it that way. You see this one right here kind of changed appearance, right like that. So I'll probably end up doing something to that, but not just yet. So the brightness contrast just works on these, but I do want like a little bit of a glow around the words here. Okay, so let me go ahead and get the word presents done, because I know you guys are waiting anxiously on your tiptoes for that. See, this is why I didn't want to leave the text mode. There we go, and I can go here. Alright, and shrink that down. Alright, and then we go color, gold, goldish yellow, you know, kind of an official, you know, presents. Kind of an official color look there. Alright, there we go. And then all that we're missing really is just a drop shadow, I believe. Let me just verify that here for you. No, it's inner gradient and drop shadow. Okay, my bad. So what we're going to do is just do like this. An inner glow, a drop shadow, and a gradient. Okay, now our gradient is going to be a little different here because we are doing that gold. This gets us in the ballpark, I guess. So I'll delete that one. Nope, I didn't tell you to do that. Scoot back over there, and then I'll reverse this in just a second. That's basically the same color, so I'm going to darken it just a little. Yellow you have to be careful with because you really can get an ugly color really fast. So unlike what I just did there where I apparently didn't do anything, there we go, that's what we want. There we go. So like I said, you just got to be careful with this one because it will come back to bite you really fast. So you just got to kind of make sure everything's alright, and I think maybe an orange color, unlike what I just did there, an orange color maybe more of what I'm wanting. I'm saying yellow, and I'm like, no, maybe orange is more kind of the style I'm going for here. Yeah, see, that's a little bit better right there. Okay, see, that's a little more. Well, no, that's a little yellow. I think I added a glow to that or something. Yeah, there we go. We'll go back to this inner glow here, and we'll go kind of because glows are going to be kind of bright and overwhelming, so we'll add that to it. Increase the opacity there. And just kind of play around with the settings here. You're not going to see a whole lot of these effects simply because they're so small. So that should be fine there. I am going to scale it up just a little bit so we can see it and we know that it's real and it does exist. So we're going to go back to Jordan Wentz Media, increase the size of that just a smidge. Alright, and we'll line this up in just a second. Alright, so Jordan presents, why don't you answer, and then apparently they're already lined up, so that's great. Okay, that is great. And we're gonna go back to why don't you answer, and where are all my text effects? Where did they go? What happened to them? I don't know. Well, that stinks. I gotta redo this again. I don't know what happened to those. They really should have stayed on there. So I feel like my mouse is dying here. Oh no, what am I gonna do? I'll just have to get some more batteries. Life goes on. Okay. Alright, so I got that done now. Alright. So, everything's over here. I'm just going to scoot this down just a little bit. And then I will get to that little blood smear thing in just a second. That's going to be fun. But for now, I'm going to group these, if I can remember how. I'll just toss them in a folder, actually. And you click that button, the logo right in there. for you. And if you just click on here the right amount of times, you can enter front text group. Boom, all done. Okay, yeah, this is it. So what we're gonna do here is duplicate this layer. Boom, and actually I'm gonna go into the image and do adjustments and a brightness adjustment. I want this to be a little brighter actually and less contrasty, unlike what we did earlier. And you say, well, Jordan, you just undid all the hard work you did over there. Not yet. We're going to do something similar to this, okay? So what we're going to do, we're going to go into quick mask mode, hit the letter Q. If I'm in the correct sequence here, you got to make sure everything's right. Okay, so I select this, I hit Q, and then you hit the letter B, and you're in brush mode, okay? Now what you're actually brushing, or drawing with the brush right here, is your mask. So everything that's red is either going to be transparent, and everything that's not red is not going to be transparent, or it's the other way around. I get it mixed up all the time. It's really easy to figure out once you get it down. So the open and close brackets are what you use to increase and decrease the size of your brush, or you can right click and adjust the hardness. That's basically the edge. So like here I have a high hardness here. Boom, it's a hard edge right there. But if I go and do ultimate softness, it's a little softy there. It's a little soft edge. So that's actually what I want to do. And this menu here is what we're going to use to get the blood splatter to look kind of more realistic here. So don't go away. All right. Okay, good. Glad we could agree on that. And I'm actually going to increase the hardness just a little bit because this is kind of more or less what we're doing. Okay. We go back here, just kind of, yeah, that's about the size. All right. So I'm going to shrink this down just a bit, and boom. Alright, and boom. We're just creating a mask, and everything that's darker red is going to be less transparent. And you hit the letter Q, and you've created a new selection. Basically, we just created a selection that we can apply a mask to. And see, there we go. It just went in the wrong way. So I just undo that, and I go layer, or where'd it go? Go select inverse. So now it's selecting everything else. So hit quick mask mode, it's going to be the opposite of what we just did. And then you hit right there, boom. Alright, done, problem solved. So now what we have is this background here that's a little lighter than the rest. Okay, and I'm actually going to move this adjustment layer. See, now that looks a little bit better. We got that brightness there. I think I'm going to have to get rid of that glow there. And what may help is actually turning down the opacity here. So we're effectively darkening it, but it's not as dark as it was. So I feel like that just really helps. You can move this layer, but you're going to get that weird ghosting effect there, so you've been warned. And then we're going to go back to here because I still feel like this isn't standing out enough, so I am probably just going to do a drop shadow and change the opacity up there. And, you know, just kind of have some creative fun with this because that's what it's all about, right? That's what it's all about? No? Okay. Alright, that's fine. We'll just continue this later then if you don't want to finish singing the song. That's a-okay with me. Alright, and this layer I just couldn't delete. I don't know why, so that doesn't do anything. That's why it's at the bottom and checked as not working. So we have this here, and I think that's pretty good. It's looking close to this, and we're going to do this blood splatter smear thing here. What we're going to do here is just create a new layer and another brush, and I think really in reality what I did was just used one of these kind of here. Alright, and just kind of there we go. And in this case I am going to use the eraser tool because I'm not really going to bring this back. Alright, so I'm just going to erase kind of along there, and that's kind of the smear that we want. Alright, so I'm just going to erase this here. And, you know, you just kind of want to vary the size of this a little bit. And make sure to use different size brush erasers kind of thing. And we want to get the edges, more or less destroy the edges, because that's how you can tell it was used, a tool was used to make it. Okay, so and we can shrink this down a little bit, get some definition in the middle there. There we go, and now we're getting rid of some of this fuzziness here, and you can kind of see where I'm going with this. You just kind of keep following the following this pattern and just kind of tear it up, you know. And then what we can do actually is go back to brush mode, and what I did was I just added a darker layer and shrunk it down and drew that on top. Okay, so now you have like these 2 layers of color. Okay, and what I like to do is just keep changing the size of your brush. There we go. That one's not showing up very well. We'll go to this one over here. Alright, and the nice thing is you can just keep adding to this and deleting from it however you want, and just kind of, you know, do some smears like that kind of thing. And then we go back to the eraser, and just kind of eat away at it again. And you just keep kind of doing this process, and eventually you get this kind of smear like we're wanting here, and it seems to work all right. So another thing we can do is change the blending mode of this right here, so this kind of blends better with that background multiply. I love blending modes. I had really no idea about what they were till about a year ago, and they really do help the work go very, very far. So I think that's pretty much done. We'll go blood smear. We'll call that. We'll call it what it is, folks. All right. And apparently it's the size of the entire image. Oh no, there we go. Alright. Alright, so what we have here, we just do like that, and you can do whatever you want with this, really. Make it like a horror film or something. I don't know. That wasn't the original intent, but it kind of works here, though. It's kind of like, why didn't you answer the phone? I died because of you. And then what we can do here is actually apply a layer effect to this as well, and an outer glow. Change this, instead of from the nice happy white we had earlier, we can go to a deep dark red, kind of scary. And you can see that with it off. There we go, and back on. And it just kind of gives it that saturated look there. And that's what a lot of this is about. Just making sure these, it appears like there's several layers, and it really does help kind of sell the effect of, hey, this is actually real. I went out and cut my arm and took this picture for you, so you have to hire me. No, I didn't do that, but that would be kind of cool. Well, it wouldn't be cool, it would hurt, I guess. So anyways, that's kind of how I did that. And again, this is just a quick little thing. I guess we're about 30 minutes now, so I take that back, but that's basically how I did that. And then the back text, same thing I did up here. It's just there's more text is all I did to it, and I rotated this blood smear over here and here. That's about all there is to it. So really, I think we're about done here. This feels a little bit more blue. What we can do is add another brightness contrast layer and darken it up just a little bit and add more contrast. Contrast and that sort of thing. This sort of thing is actually not what we want. We want to lower it just a smidge and do kind of like that. So anyways, here is how you can make a quick DVD case. And again, just remember, when you go to print, you just will need to make sure you have the appropriate size printer page, probably a size larger than what this is. And actually, I think we're looking at just under 11 inches and just over 7 inches this way. So 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. You'll probably have a little bit of squishing this way and this way. So if you could get a legal size sheet of paper, that'd be ideal. And then just trim down the edges for that is all you really should need. So anyways, I hope this helps your project go a little more smoothly, and that should be good to go. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, if you disliked it, dislike it, and I will know that life will go on and it will be good. So thanks again for stopping by, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. You need a video to show off your business or explain a complicated process to clients? I'm here to help. My skill and experience with video, combined with your vision, ensure that you get the quality video you need made exactly how you want. Contact me today to learn more about pricing and the video services I offer at jordanwoodsmedia.com. Jordan Woods Media, your video done your way.